Greetings, baseball fans. Welcome to the Southwest Florida Grapefruit Report. I am Scott Butherus. This is Ryan Mills, and this is Cameron Kaiser. This is going to be our last show of the year. We are outside of Hammond Stadium, which, I have to say, this has been one of the best storylines for me. I love this new stadium. I love all the renovations that they did, and it's probably my favorite spring training stadium in the state. Now, what was your favorite storyline? You got to spend time with the Minnesota Twins this year. What was your favorite storyline that you got to cover this year?
I thought the one that really stood out for me was the performance this spring of Brian Dozier, the Twins' second baseman. He's really kind of stepped up to be one of the top players at his position, and he really proved it this spring. He hit about 400 for the month of March with a few home runs. So he was rewarded with a $20 million contract for 4 years earlier this spring, and I think that was a good move for the Twins, and I think he is going to be an important part of their team this year.
All right, now Cameron, you got to spend time over at the Boston Red Sox side. What was your favorite storyline to cover this spring?
Well, I think my favorite storyline and the biggest surprise of the camp go hand in hand. I think the emergence of Mookie Betts as the all but definite everyday center fielder for the Red Sox. He hit nearly 500 for the entire month of March, and he's done it at the plate and in the field. And I think he's primed himself for a big year.
Now, one of the big surprises over on the Twin side is, they opted for veterans where they could, and the youth movement isn't going to start. It was fun to watch a lot of these guys get some at-bats this spring, but, what was your big surprise of the camp?
I think the one that stood out for me was the decision to demote Aaron Hicks from their center fielder from the last opening day center fielder for the last 2 years to the minors. He the last couple of years has had really good springs and won the job outright. This spring, not so much. Kind of mixed with the mental mistakes that he's kind of become known for, meant that he gets sent down. They're going to be going with Jordan Schaefer, who they acquired last year from the Atlanta Braves. He had an all right spring and brings some speed to the team, and so they're going to give him a shot.
Yeah, I also like to see Shane Robinson getting that 25th spot on the roster. He had a good spring. He's one of those guys that works hard, maybe not the most talented, but he definitely showed that he has a place on this team.
Sure.
So now looking into the season, we're just a few days out from opening day. What do you think is going to happen with the Red Sox this year? They're kind of an enigma to me, and I don't know where they're going to end up. But you're very high on this team. What do you think is in store for this team in 2015?
I think they're going to go worst to first. I think all signs point to them being first place in the AL East. A lot of questions surround their starting rotation still, but there's still time if they want to acquire another starting pitcher. A lot of people are saying that they should acquire Cole Hamels, but I think they should go more of the route of maybe a guy with 1 year left on his deal, maybe a Johnny Cueto type. It would cost a lot less, and he would be extremely effective for them down the stretch to help them win the AL East outright.
Now, on the Twin side, I know there's not a whole lot of expectations, so to speak, this year. Where do you think they're going to end up?
I think this is not going to be quite their year. The American League Central has gotten better. Every team in that division has gotten better, or at least improved to some degree. The Twins have probably gotten better. I think their starting pitching is better with the addition of Irvin Santana, and that's really going to be a key to them is if they get good starting pitching. But I don't think it's going to be enough. They really need to see the starting pitching improve significantly, and they need to see significant improvements from Joe Mauer at first base. Last year he had a career low 277 with only 4 home runs. That's not going to cut it for a corner position and from your highest paid player and one of the highest paid players in baseball.
All right, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in and following along with us all spring. It's been fun. So, I guess we'll see you next year.